The attorneys at Gallagher Sharp have a well-established and proven record in helping their clients understand their business inside and out.
Yes, here to explain more is Shane Lawson, partner at Gallagher Sharp. Welcome, good to see you.
Hi,
Good
Shane.
to see you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Gallagher Sharp.
Sure. So I'm an attorney and a partner at the firm, which is headquartered here in Cleveland. I've spent my career as a civil litigator, specifically focusing on professional liability defense, which in a nutshell for me means I represent attorneys when they have problems with legal malpractice claims, and also in the growing issue of attorney ethics.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's what you focus on specifically.
Correct.
Can you kind of dive into more about Gallagher Sharp and then the different types of practice areas that they do cover?
Certainly. So Gallagher Sharp has been in Cleveland for over 100 years. We were actually founded back in 1912. As I said, Cleveland is our kind of headquarter office, but we also have offices in Columbus, Toledo, and Detroit. So we have a presence throughout the state as well as in Michigan. And we're fortunate to have a lot of very good attorneys who focus on different areas of the law. So we strive to be a full-service law firm. So in addition to the professional liability practice group, which I'm a part of, we also have a very robust employment litigation group that will handle not only litigation, but also proactive counseling and management, all the way through workers' compensation claims. We have a general liability group that handles things like personal injury and premises liability claims, and we have a transportation group that will handle trucking, railroad, shipping claims on the Great Lakes with the ships up there. So we really try to make sure that we can provide all the help that a client would need.
Wow, so you cover a lot.
We do. We
Okay.
really try to cover
That's
the
quite the
bases.
list there.
Yes. Let's talk about two different terms here. Let's talk about legal malpractice, if you can define that, and professional liability.
Sure. So taking it from a broader view, professional liability can be a claim against any professional. So it can include attorneys, accountants, engineers, architects, and we have attorneys that can handle each of those claims. I focus on attorneys, so my primary focus day to day is on legal malpractice claims. So a dissatisfied client might file a lawsuit against their attorney, claiming that the attorney made a mistake when handling a matter for the client, and that maybe it caused harm to the client's interests.
Okay.
Sometimes that's true. Attorneys aren't infallible, and sometimes mistakes are made, and sometimes they aren't. And maybe the client just isn't happy with how a certain matter turned out. So a large part of what I do from day to day is representing attorneys in that type of litigation, but also specifically, and it's been a growing area of concern and a focus for us, is legal ethics. Mm-hmm. So there are 38,000 attorneys licensed to practice law just in Ohio alone. And we are all bound to adhere to a set of ethical rules called the Rules of Professional Conduct. And it's a separate disciplinary process if an attorney is alleged to have violated the ethical rules. So it can result in things such as a public reprimand on the attorney's record, all the way up to the loss of the attorney's law license. So we really try to focus on proactive and preventative counseling and advice, as well as if attorney finds himself in a disciplinary or herself in a disciplinary process, we represent them with regard to that as well.
Well, and speaking of that, how are you proactive about legal malpractice to ensure that it's avoided? Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, especially in my area of the law, this is something where an ounce of prevention is definitely worth a pound of cure, in the sense that attorneys can oftentimes see an ethical dilemma approaching. And it's important that when you have that happen, that you get the advice you need from someone who focuses on this. Now, that can be someone like me who works in this area and other attorneys at Gallagher Sharp, but it can also be, there's a lot of resources, oftentimes free resources, including through the Bar Association. The Cleveland Metropolitan Bar has an ethics hotline that can provide advice as well.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shane, and let's give you all at home the information. You can call Shane or the rest of the attorneys at Gallagher Sharp at 216-696-5054. And you can also catch them at gallaghersharp.com.
Shane, it's great to see you and
Thank you.
speak with you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.